don't. Here's why I don't date black women. Listen to me when I'm talking to you lot.
I'm listening.
Because you lot don't like to listen.
I'm listening.
I don't date black women because you don't like to get put in your place.
Which place?
Your place.
Which
and when you
place?
get put in your place, you think you got too.
Hello, lovely people. How you guys doing? How's everyone doing? Hope you guys are doing great today. Welcome back to my channel. So in this video is about a guy that recently went viral after saying that he doesn't date black women because they don't like being put in their place. He compared black women to Indian women and mocked black artificial beauty and asked this black lady to remove her wig and her eyelashes. Let's talk about it. Please guys, don't forget to like my video and subscribe. Thank you.
Here's why I don't date black women. Listen to me when I'm talking to you lot.
I'm listening.
Because you lot don't like to listen. I don't date black women because you don't like to get put in your place.
Which place?
Your place.
Which
and when you
place?
get put in your place, you think you got taught like a man.
That's why they were
You're not
cheating
a man.
on you then.
You're not men.
That's why they were
Watch
cheating
this.
on you.
Stay in your place.
Cheated on you multiple times.
Yeah, I know.
Because
I know.
you
And that's
put no
why
one in
I'm
their
never going to
place.
be in your pom
That's
pom
why you
ever
have to
again.
go dip out the pool.
I'm not with
Because
black
you can
women
control
because you don't like to
nobody.
get put in your place.
Apologies,
Listen,
sir.
listen.
Apologies.
where?
Apologies.
Oh wait, you just wait. Did she just shoot? Did she just shoot?
What kind of
Did she just shoot? Go. Where's your hair? Where's your hair? Where's your hair?
Once you talk about black women's hair, you're on your own, my guy. You're on your own. I was with you. Like, he's allowed to have a preference. You know, he's trying to talk about how she's held him down and picking up his Asian queen. But the moment you went for the hair, my guy, you was on your own. You're going to have to deal with it. Yeah. You're going to have to deal with this by yourself, my brother.
Take off your head,
triggered.
Where's your hair?
You're triggered.
Where's your hair?
Where
I'm
was that
triggered.
supposed to hurt?
I said I was
You're
triggered.
triggered.
Did I not say I was triggered? Where's your hair?
No.
Where's your hair?
Look at where's your hair?
Show me your hair.
No. He's
Show me your hair.
pressed. He's
Show me your hair.
pressed.
Take off your eyelash. Take off your eyelash.
You're pressed.
Take off your makeup.
You're pressed because you got
watch this.
cheated on one, two, three, four.
Where? Watch
One,
this.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
6, 7, 8.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Jumping.
And I'll bring my natural hair Indian
Jumping.
woman in here now.
And then what?
she looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on your blog.
But the crowd got silent. The crowd
Out
got
here with
silent.
fake hair, fake
crowd got silent.
I want to ask Terrell Owens, Chad Ochocinco Johnson, and Shannon Sharp a few clarifying questions. So let me get this right. Black girls called you ugly? So do you want me to believe that the white girls called you handsome? The black girls called you ugly. So you want me to believe that the white girls called you handsome? If the black girls called you ugly, I'm damn sure the white girls didn't call you handsome. Because guess who taught the black girls that dark skin was ugly? The white girls taught them that. So if the black girls called you ugly, I can only imagine what the white girls called you. So stop making excuses for your bunny hopping and just admit you hate yourself. And that's why you're dating and marrying outside the race.
And this is why you have to date a man who actually values women and isn't just with you because he can tell you what to do. I just saw a clip of a guy from Backchat. I can't believe it's still on in 2025. He was like shouting his mouth off about black women and like they don't do what they're told and they don't listen when they're spoken to. But then he mentioned his woman. He was like, you know, my Indian woman with her natural hair, blah, 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 blah. Basically saying to the black woman, like, where's your hair? And making that comparison. But what I've just seen on the timeline is a bunch of people now dragging up his woman, talking about her looks already and trying to tear her apart because of him. I obviously don't agree with tearing another woman down, but because he put his woman against other women, he has now opened the floor for people to start attacking her. A man who does not value women is going to be arguing with women like that, get real disrespectful, go to hell, and expose you to dangers and expose you to people criticizing you and picking you apart because he thinks it's okay to do that to other women. A man who is only nice to you but degrades other women would never be a flex, and a man who truly values women would never put you in a position where he's using you as ammunition because he knows that that exposes you to risks.
And that is the type of man that is running around saying that black women need to listen and submit to black men. Just so we're clear, the black men that berate black women, that talk about their appearance, that don't actually have any plan or any course of action for black women or the black community are the very same men telling black women they need to stay in their place. So when I asked the question yesterday, what do black women gain from listening to black men, or why should black women listen to black men? This is why. That's why. There is nothing as a group that black women stand to gain from listening to black men. There are no unique experiences that black men have that black women don't know about, that black women can't relate to, that black women don't go through, right? So it does, like, you using like, I'm a man, I need to teach her about how to be a man. She understands. She understands. Trust me, she gets it. The vast majority of black men just want black women to submit. They don't actually want black women to be a part of the planning. They don't want black women to be a part of the leadership. They just want black women to do all the labor, and then the black men benefit from the labor and then call themselves the leader and never be held accountable for anything that we do. If you guys could point to me, what black thought leader is out there, right? What male black thought leader exists in this country? Tell me where he is, and then show me his mass following of black men. You let me know, because I don't see it. I see Mark Lamont Hill, for an example. Black men hate Mark Lamont Hill. Black men don't like Mark Lamont Hill as a whole. Black men don't rock with Mark Lamont Hill. Y'all shit on the black intellectual men in our community. The black men that actually know history, the black men that actually accurately call out the misogyny, the misogynoir in our community, y'all despise those black men. You don't have a plan. You don't have nothing to add to the conversation. So instead you tear men like Mark Lamont Hill down, right? So where are the male black thought leaders that actually have a plan, a course of action that benefit black men, black women, and black children?
So I recently watched that clip from that Backchat show that's been circling over social media about that ginger guy saying how he doesn't date black women. And that's fine. Have your preference. But then don't go and hate on your own people and your own women, to be more specific. People like that are just weird. Fair enough, you don't date your own people, but for you to go and hate on them, it just doesn't make sense. Does this mean you hate your mum, your sister? And also, when black men are forced into a corner by black women, why is their immediate response to target their hair? Yes, they wear frontals. Yes, they wear wigs. Yes, they may choose to have a shorter cut hair. But why would you use that as a point to diss them? Because they look beautiful with both. But yeah, I was watching that whole thing, and that whole thing just made no sense to me, man. Like, have your own type, have your own preference, that's fine. But don't hate on your own women, because that is some fucking weirdo shit, man.
Can we all stop pretending that what we watched there is entertainment? It's not. It's the public humiliation of young black women for views and clicks. A black man shouting in a young black woman's face, weaponizing her hair as an insult and reducing her to nothing more than a stereotype. That's not a new tactic, big man. I'm so sorry. No, that's inherited from your slave masters. Yeah, that kind of nasty rhetoric trickles straight down from slavery, when black women's voices were silenced and our hair was covered or shaved in order to try and erase our identity and our pride. So whilst that little hobbit of a man might think that he's speaking for himself, he's actually reading from a very old script written for him by white supremacists. And the danger isn't even in this one exchange, it's that millions are going to watch that clip and see black women being torn down, mocked and called ugly yet again, and treated as less than in comparison to our straighter haired counterparts, and think that it is completely normal, because that is what the internet continues to tell us. Our pain and trauma keeps getting turned into spectacle like it's one big joke, usually from those within our own community, while those causing the damage and spreading the trauma get to kiki and walk away calling it content. And God forbid we decide to open up our mouths and say something to stand up for ourselves, our sisters, our mothers, our daughters, and we're angry, right? We talk like men. That's what he said, right? We talk like men. We're intimidated. Here's the truth. Black women do not need to be put in their place. We are the place. We are the blueprint. And the more the world tries to convince us otherwise, ladies, is the more we must remind them. The two things we need to do next is get that man some water, because he looks parched. Maybe some therapy as well. Secondly, we need to all be pre-ordering a copy of my new book, How to Love Your Afro. Because the whole reason I wrote the book in the first place is for those with eyes to see and ears to hear, to try and reduce and minimize the number of race-based crash outs like the one we saw at the beginning of the...
We have to deal with in 2025. There's nothing else that's that important than having somebody like that on a show. That's the kind of person that we need out here. Spilling just hatred towards black women. Let's be honest about it. Yeah, that's what it is. But no, I mean, they could have done any other show, picked up any other topic for the comeback, but they had to pick that topic, and this is the guy that they had to, you know what I mean, out there. Yeah. Psh. I it baffles me that shit like this is allowed to fly. But hey, I guess everything is about content. Content COE, content over everything. It doesn't matter. There's no boundaries, there's no, you know what I mean, there's no guard.
Sorry, but all this is telling me is that he's jealous that she gets to wear a wig, that she gets to wear makeup, and she wakes up next to a man. Instead of propping your sister up on a platform that's going to be seen by millions. And the worst thing is, my guy thinks he did something. How are you at the age of, what are you, like 50 odd? And still talking and acting like a little child? When you say shit like that on a platform which is going to be shown to millions, you then give permission for other people to say a lot worse. And this isn't a colour thing, other than obviously the hair. It's more of a self-hatred thing that actually this generation has, like, in the buckets full. Me as an Asian man, I know how important hair is to black women and black men. So you, mate, you should know better. Honestly, the regurgitation of that racist rhetoric is just getting so tired. And your self-hatred is showing. How about we start vetting people before we give them a platform?
I know this nasty, dirty, stinking crab louse of a man ain't chatting about black women. Listen up, you ginger dundas blood clot. Don't fucking utter our names in your blood clot mouth, you understand? Sitting up here being proud that you don't fucking date black women. Like we want to date you. Crying and whinging and whining about how no one was there for you after 11 years after you come out of prison. For some reason you expect bumper-clot black women to be there for you, and none of us weren't, because we're not fucking idiots. Because one thing I do know, Sebastian the fucking crab, you won't be able to sniff it, much less blood clot fuck it. The reason why you don't get ratings from black gal is because you're not that guy. You never were and you never will be. And you're sitting around calling yourself a blood clot black king. You're not no king. You're a damn blood clot peasant. Talking about, oh, both of my black parents are dark skinned. And you know, it skips a couple of generations. Your mum's a blood clot liar. And that's what I told her. She's a blood clot liar. She don't know who your daddy is. So she had to make that fucking shit up about how, yes, it skipped a couple of generations. Shut the fuck up. Your mother don't know a blood clot baby father. Black Ginger J, let me make this crystal clear to you as to why black women don't want you. Your self-hatred shines through, you understand? And your insecurity shine through. That's the whole reason why you chose a Sikh Indian woman to marry, if you are married. Because she won't challenge you. She will submit to you because that's the type of culture that she comes from. But no, you can't fuck yourself when it comes to black women. You can't manipulate us when it comes to black women. And you can't use and abuse us for every blood clot resource that you can extract. And you see all these nasty men that are sitting up here, silent, letting him go on a tirade about black women. This is why we don't respect you. You're weak. You are the weakest blood clot links. You couldn't protect us on the shores of Africa. You damn sure can't protect us in a blood clot podcast studio. Why the fuck do you get our respect? And then at the end of his rant, he fixes his dry lips to say, I hate black women. I hate black women. At that point, someone should have chin checked him. But we see none of you guys have a blood clot backbone. Black women, I'm only going to say this once. Do not entertain self-hating black men like this. They need to know their place. And it's at the bottom of our blood clot shoe.
Matthew 12:34 says, out of the abundance of heart, the mouth speaks. His words reveals pride and control. A godly relationship is built on sacrificial love, not putting someone in their place. Leadership in the scripture is talking about service, not domination. The scripture said, husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church and gave himself for her. It's not domination. It's not for you to look for who you will control. Submission is not a room, it's not room for abuse. There's no room for control. That's not what the scripture says. Because some men these days, they don't want to serve anymore. They don't want to sacrifice. They are looking for who they will control. Why are you looking for a woman that you will put in her place? Why are you not looking for a woman that you will love? A woman that you will sacrifice for? You are looking for a woman that you will put in her place. Proverbs 31 verse 10, she is worth more than rubies. God never measured women by the worth of their hair. Women are made by the image and likeness of God. It's God that made us the way we are. It's God that made us to achieve. Why are you hating on black women? Because of who they are, because of how God has created them. It's God that created us that way. It's God that made us who we are. He made us in his image and likeness. So there should be no room for hate. A black man hating on a black woman, your own people, your own race. You cannot be downgrading and disrespecting black women like that. No. Why hate on your own people? Why downgrade and disrespect, humiliate another woman because of your preference? Your preference should be your preference. If they ask you, why do you like so person? Tell them why you like the person. Tell them why you love your wife. But don't compare. Don't downgrade another person to lift another person up. Women, don't let any man define your value. You are wonderfully and fearfully made by God. It's God that made you in his own image and likeness. Whether you wear your natural hair, you braid your hair, or you wear extension like me, you are wonderfully made by God. You are God's masterpiece. Don't let them define your value. And for men, stop tearing women down with your words. Build them up with your words. Don't tear them down with your words. Please, women, don't let society's stereotypes define you. When you hear comments like this, ignore them. Just remember that you are wonderfully and fearfully made by God. You are beautiful the way you are. It's God that created you. You did not create yourself. So guys, please let me know what you think about this in the comment section. And don't forget to like my video, share it to your loved ones, and subscribe. Thank you. See you in my next video. Bye.